This is Samuel Academy channel. My name is Samuel. This video is about mapping of senior schools in Lunga Lunga Constituency in Kwale County. The reason for the video is to create awareness of existing senior schools in the constituency for the benefit of students and parents when selecting schools for grade 10. I did the mapping of the schools in the constituency by using GIS. GIS in full is Geographic Information Systems. It helps us to understand patterns, relationships, and geographic context. In this video, I will explore the map of the constituency and show the location of the schools. I will also explain how a wet bulb hygrometer works. It is one of the instruments in a weather station, alright? So I will explain briefly how it works. Let us begin. Now, that is the map of Lunga Lunga constituency, and as I move about in the map, we are able to see the location of the schools in that constituency. We have here Ngozi Girls High School. Then we have Lunga Lunga Mixed Day. Then we have Franz Joseph Secondary School. And let's look at this one here. This is Kikoneni Secondary School. This is Mwana Nyamala Secondary School. And finally, we have Mwereni Mixed Day Secondary School. Those are the schools we have in that constituency, and that is how they are distributed. This video is useful for parents and students when choosing schools for their children to join in grade 10. Alright? Now, I want to explain how a wet bulb hygrometer works. It is one of the instruments found in a weather station, and it is taught in schools. This is how it looks like. So it has two thermometers, the dry bulb, this one, and the wet bulb. The wet bulb hygrometer is used to measure relative humidity. Okay? So what we do is that we take a reading of the two temperatures, the dry bulb temperature and the wet bulb temperature, and then find the difference between them. That difference is called the wet bulb depression, and we use a slide rule to calculate humidity in percentage using that difference. So how does it work? We find that these two thermometers are ordinary mercury in glass thermometers. Now, at the wet bulb, we tie a muslin cloth, alright? And then on that cloth, we tie a wick or strands of cotton threads, which are immersed in distilled water in this container, right? So the water rises by capillarity along the wick and evaporates. That evaporation causes cooling around the wet bulb, such that the temperature you record at the wet bulb is usually lower than what you record at the dry bulb. For example, in this thermometer, in this hygrometer, the wet bulb reading is about 18 degrees Celsius, and the dry bulb reading is about 24 degrees Celsius. So there is a difference, which we call the wet bulb depression. So what an observer does is that he records the two temperatures at the same time, usually on an hourly basis. And then he calculates the difference, that is dry bulb minus wet bulb. That difference, which we call the wet bulb depression, is used to calculate humidity in percentage by using a slide rule or just by checking from tables which are called psychrometric tables. So in summary, that is how a wet bulb hygrometer works, and that is how we use it to measure relative humidity in percentage. Dear viewer, thank you so much for viewing this video. I want to remind you to subscribe to this channel so that you can see more videos. And also share the video widely for the sake of students who have no access to a weather station and they want to learn these things. In this channel, you will find a lot of information about weather instruments and how they work for the sake of our children in school.